You're this perp back with another episode of the Hard Never Dies podcast, or just Hard Never Dies. This is episode 6, the new horror icons, and yeah, last week was really dope. We talked about the evolution of television, but now we're gonna just talk about some of these horror icons. But before we get in that, I got a couple of topics before we get into um, the whole new horror icons. But before I do all that, let me let my homie Rashad in the building.
What's good,
What up,
homie? What's
Rashad?
good? Chilling, man.
Yep, yep.
Hey, can you hear me? Okay, it seems like I got an echo coming through.
I don't hear it on my set on my end.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay, got low key in the building.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up,
Chilling,
Chief?
chilling. Yeah, like I said, we got a few things before we get into tonight's episode. Um, let y'all know that it is the 50th anniversary of The Exorcist. I will be seeing this movie tomorrow. I have my Saw movie review ready to go at midnight, so it should be up shortly after we get done this episode. And man, like Perptober is gonna be dope. Got all this content coming,
Ooh.
next week. Got Pet Cemetery, Total Killers, Exorcist Believer, House of the Dolls, um, When Evil Lurks. Hopefully, I can get to see that in theaters. If not, I'm gonna have to wait till Shutter drops it later on this in October. The VHS 85 that comes out next week. Like this stuff all comes out next week. Fright Crew, Chucky season 3. So it's so packed, and I'm gonna try to get to every single last one of these things and whatnot. But how are y'all doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? Has everybody seen Saw in here?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Okay,
yes.
we're not going to talk about like the actual movie, but I do got a Saw topic. We'll get into that. Um, the first thing I wanted to talk about though is what's been going on with A24 and them possibly being the front runners of getting the Halloween TV rights. And I see a lot of mixed reactions to this. Some people are be like, yeah, this is like a no-brainer. To me, it's a no-brainer because they already are doing the Crystal Lake show. So if they had a Halloween, you know, TV show as well, I think it would be really dope. And it just seems like a lot of horror fans aren't like there's certain like groups of horror fans that are just not a fan of A24 and their horror, even though I feel like that's the best studio because they allow their creators to have just free control of whatever they want to do, freedom creative control. You don't really ever hear of A24 meddling with anything, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I want to get Keys kind of thoughts on this. If A24 was to lock down a TV series for Halloween.
I wouldn't mind it because I've been recently watching some of the A24 horror movies. One of the ones being Hereditary, and that's definitely more of that slow build up. And I think people's issues might be the fact that A24 is more art house horror than traditional horror, and I like that whole bunch of that slow pace horror and that build up. And people probably don't got the patience for that. They be wanting to just jump
Mm,
in. And I think that's what
yeah.
it is with A24.
But that's the
I really
thing. Like
wouldn't mind though.
they say it's they you could say it's art house, but like they're able to do like to still make quality. They don't make cheap like low budget movies. Like look at Talk to Me. That was like what
Yeah.
4.5 million. That
Mm-hmm.
that and it doesn't even look. It looks way cleaner than something like The Nun 2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or look at like Pearl X. They made those for like 1 million. So I feel like they're able to ball on a budget, you know what I'm saying, better than a lot of studios. Rashad, what you think about this?
Well, Perp, I've been trashing A24 for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but lately they've been making a believer out of me. The past 3 or 4 releases that they had have actually really impressed me. So I kind of have to eat my words now. You know, I'm a believer in A24, and right now, I'll be honest, but right now, horror lately feels like a girlfriend that I love dearly, but she's getting on my last fucking nerves lately. But I still love her. I still love her. I still be with her. But man, come on, baby, you gotta show me better than what you're showing me. And I feel like A24 is like kind of like that last hope where breathe some creativity back into horror again, and not just this cookie cutter shit that the studios have been giving us. You know what I'm saying? Like give us some real authentic horror that will be etched in our brains for a long time. So but see, with Halloween being this a slasher, I don't know how they would do it a slasher. Well, X, you know, they did pretty decent with X, I guess. But I'm interested to see what they'll do with it. So I'm with it. I'm with it.
Okay.
And I think they'll do something different because it's like this is the 12th Halloween movie. So where are you gonna
13?
go?
13.
Yeah, 13.
I think it's time for them to kind of let the movie stuff kind of slow down and just you could do a lot more. Yeah. I would love for them to do that season of the witch. A lot of people said that they should continue that or go that anthology route, which a lot of people are mixed. They're like, oh, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to make a people say you're not gonna be able to make a Halloween.
It'll be a good one for me to watch. I haven't really sit down and watched that one, honestly.
Yeah, you definitely gotta watch that. But a lot of people's like, oh, it's not gonna work without Michael Myers, and that's what I think. I feel like people have so much attachment to it. Like y'all complained about Halloween Ends and y'all wanted to die, so why not go the anthology route or go a completely different route? Like, it's just very wish-washy. But also, A24 is really dope when it comes to their merch. If you've ever been on their store, like they had the Talk to Me hand, and that's doubled as like an instant, and it's also a pipe, so you can smoke out of it, which is fucking genius. I was like, no other studio really has the merch and stuff like that. They'll have like vinyl stuff or certain things you can find for like Hereditary, like their big movies or like Everything Everywhere All at Once.
So that would be smoke out of that hand, bro.
I'll let you in, like all the smoke. But yeah, I just think it'd be so dope to see like a TV series, or some people are saying like, oh, they could do a Jason versus Michael, which I don't think that's gonna happen considering the Crystal Lake show. They can't even use Jason. It's gonna probably be like Pamela Voorhees. Some people I keep hearing that they want like a Loomis kind of story, maybe, but I would definitely like just the anthology, like something that comes out every October or something like that around Halloween, where you could just do the trick or treat approach to it. Maybe, you could maybe do the trick or treat approach where like you'll see Sam, how he just like pops up at the end of each story or something like that, or Mike. It's like kind of like an interconnected story with Mike Myers. So I think even if you wanted to bring Mike Myers into television, I think it would still work too. And that leaves you more room to kind of flesh certain characters out or new characters or build a new story. And there's just a lot of different possibilities you can go with.
Because they can base it around certain characters from Haddonfield. Characters who have died and stuff.
Yeah, and even like if you want to go in the past. Yeah, you want to go to the past, or
I think Michael Myers needs a timeout for a minute, man. Because I think the last 2 Halloween movies left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So I say give him a break. I mean, do the Halloween series and maybe sprinkle a little homage every now and then. Some Easter eggs about Michael Myers and, like you said, the characters of Haddonfield. But maybe wait about 4 or 5 years. And then kind of ease Michael back into it so people can get excited about seeing him again. Because right now, ain't nobody really fucking with Mike, especially the way he went out. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion.
That's fair. No, that's fair. Or you could have a TV show that leads into a new movie or something like that, too. Like, I still think the Season of the Witch thing, there's something there. Like, that people can create, like, that'll be able to hold people over or get people excited again before they sell off the rights again. And then by the time that happens, like you said, we could get another Halloween movie, because it's like they make too much money off these IPs for them to kind of just stop. And we don't live in those day and age where it's just like, oh, we got to wait like 10 years now. Like they need to print this money out real fast. But yeah,
True.
I
But yeah,
think
but just let us miss him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We need
yeah.
to miss Michael a little bit.
Now, where would you see this landing on as far as like streaming services? Like this go to Netflix? I think it'd be really interesting for like a A24 Halloween series because they already got. I don't know if they would do Peacock again, but Peacock seems like
Yep, that's what I was about
the
to say.
the
I think it would
the
be
Yeah.
go
Peacock.
to because then
Right.
you would have what you have Chucky, Crystal Lake, and Halloween. But also I wouldn't rule out like Max because Max got the but they already got their whole kind of already IP, so I don't know if they would want to put
Mm-hmm.
that on there.
Don't they got
Right.
Freddy?
Yeah, Amazon I think would be interesting, even though Amazon don't be promoting shit, but I think that'd be kind of another pick. Maybe Hulu,
Right.
not probably Hulu, but
I wouldn't mind
yeah,
Hulu. I feel like Hulu's been
but
doing kind of good with retro horror franchises like Hellraiser.
yeah, but now I think about it, it's like, yeah, it makes more sense for it to just be Peacock because it seems like a lot of horror is going over there. A lot of legacy horror, like IPs, are
Yeah.
going over there. So,
And dog,
but
have you seen the catalog of horror movies that they have on Peacock, like the throwback stuff? Like they have
nah,
Got
horror
some good
movies
stuff
that,
over there.
bro, they got shit that I haven't seen since like the 80s video stores, bro. Like, damn. Like Peacock got a deep ass collection of horror movies, man. I think they give Shudder a run for their money.
yeah, Shutter's good. Shutter's good for the original. Sometimes, like right around this time, this is where they really start to boom. Like they really start to throw a lot of their originals on like in September, going through December and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, they still got a lot, but we'll have to just wait and see how that plans out. I don't expect to see that series for like at least 2-3 years, maybe. So, like I said, it's gonna be a minute before we probably get any news. I don't know if they're gonna announce anything by the end of this year. Probably gonna have to wait till next year to find out more.
Right.
Um, but now the next topic I have before we get into our main shit is after watching Saw, I asked myself, is John Kramer / Jigsaw a villain? And I was like, this is a really fascinating like kind of conversation to have because I'm just looking at his motives and the people that he targets. And if your ass is caught up in one of those traps, you did something fucked up. And I
So he a
never see
villain.
him really. I never maybe because like I'm not that like deep into the lore of Saw. Like I've seen every movie, but like I rarely remember all of them besides the first one. But it never seems like he picks good people,
Right.
to be
Right.
put in these traps. So like Key, what do you think about this?
It's the people that he choose that are associated with the people that he put in the traps. The innocent bystanders, the victims. For instance, the wife of the guy that he put in one of the traps, not the guy that was lying about being a Jigsaw victim, but the guy that was an insurance scammer. He put his wife in one of the traps and got burnt alive. Like, that were innocent people. Like, he was killing, he put innocent people in situations. So he a villain. Bro is a
You would
villain.
say that even after watching Saw 10 that he's a villain?
Yes. They
Because
just
I
tried
feel
to
like
make
they
him an
showed a
anti-hero,
complete.
him and Amanda.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean him a straight up like villain. Like, because with Saw X, like, not to go deep into spoilers, it's like you see a completely different side of John Kramer that kind of explains why he's doing what he's doing. I even mentioned this in my reviews. I was like, yo, he's low key a glorified SJW, but to an extreme. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, he just kind of gets rid of bad people because I never root for anybody. You know what I'm saying? In any of these movies, you're basically always rooting for like Jigsaw most of the time. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's an interesting conversation. What do you think about it, Rashad?
Well, I don't know if I'm qualified to answer this question because I stopped after the first movie. I mean, the second movie. I mean, I saw one and I saw two, and then I jumped right into this one. But yeah, I have to agree. Perp, I was asking myself the same question when I walked out. I said, "Wait a minute," because I was walking in expecting like a horror film, evil, and Jigsaw must be stopped. And I walked out and said, wait a minute. I said, nah, this motherfucker, this is the Equalizer, but the white version, the white old version. You know what I mean?
He's Batman. He's Batman. He got Robin right there, and Madden's Robin and stuff. He got all these little apprentices and stuff.
Exactly. So not really going to spoilers, but, even the people that he helps, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you see his motive and then the supporting cast, you're like, wait a minute, nah, this guy's not a villain at all. You know what I'm saying? The people he's torturing are the villains.
Because to me, when I looked at Saw X, I was like, yo, Shorty over here, she is the most, like, this is the most evil character I've ever seen.
That's the problem, though. They made her too much of a. They went straight villain mode on her, bro. Like,
right,
super
like mustache,
wait a
mustache twirling villain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, where did little kid come from? White? Never mind. My bad. I'm getting it.
It was a little kid. but you see what makes me like kind of ask that question? Like, is he really like a villain? Like, because it's just certain things. I guess you can give it the benefit of the doubt because it's like between Saw 1 and 2, so it's kind of still the early stages of shit. But I don't know. It's kind of weird, but that's just something that was on my mind.
And also that they made him real sympathetic this time around too, where not only is he not the villain, he's kind of the hero, but he's also a sympathetic because he's an old man, he's got cancer, and you see how he's done wrong. You know what I'm saying? So now you gravitate towards, I want to see this guy win, and I'm like, wait a minute, should I be feeling this way? Because I'm here to watch a horror movie to see people get fucked up, which they do. But I'm like, I'm not supposed to be rooting for this guy, am I? I left kind of confused.
John is a cult leader, man. Y'all gotta stop this, man.
But
people and he can't even predict their actions. Hoffman, Amanda, they sit up here and kill people by him setting up.
But he literally says in this movie, like, we don't kill people. What the fuck you mean you don't kill people? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying,
set traps that's not supposed to escape unless somebody else help them out. That's not fair. That's not fair.
I mean, but judging from like I said, I haven't seen the other ones after 2, but just judging from this movie, like the people that got jacked up deserved it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And you're rooting for him to win.
Yeah, in this particular movie though.
Right.
To me, when I always think about Saw, I always think that's one other thing about Saw X. I wish we got more Billy the Dog because, like, Billy the Puppet, he's a dope. He's more sinister just by like his look and just his little tricycle shit. That's a big ass puppet too. I always be thinking he's small as fuck, but he's actually a big ass puppet.
He's a big.
I kind of wish they would have just do a whole kind of reboot and just have Billy the Puppet just be like this entity, or like have John Kramer's spirit go into this puppet and he just, I don't know. I always liked Billy the Puppet more than John Kramer, but I respect. Yeah. I like the. Yeah, I respect Tobin Bell. It's just that's where I'm kind of like mixed with this franchise. Like I find it fascinating, like the character of Jigsaw fascinating. You know what I'm saying? But like there's things that I kind of question. But that's what I just wanted to kind of talk about that. And
I will say this,
but
the franchise is a lot better when he's in the movies. Outside of Jigsaw and Spiral, they do be needing him. It's better when he's in the movie.
But you know what? I don't know if this is going to be a hot take because I know Saw is a beloved franchise, but to me, Saw almost puts me in the mind of Scream, where the first movie was so unique. You know what I'm saying? Like dog, when I saw that first movie, when it went off, my stomach was in knots because that, to this day, bro, I've never seen a movie with a twist like that, the way it ended, that left me feeling that way. Like I thought about that shit all day, and it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? But you're never gonna recreate that. So even though the second movie was, I guess, just almost as good, but not as shocking as that first one. So when I walked out of Saw X, I felt nothing. I felt like, okay, there was some cool.
Did you watch the post-credit scene?
Yes, I saw the post-credit scene. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, there was some cool kills and all that stuff, but I didn't get that same shock value that I got from that first movie. Just like with Scream was such an experience, but then every Scream after that followed that same formula, it felt like watered down Kool-Aid after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know why? You know why that first one is so special, and why like nothing can top it. It's James Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
and I feel like if Saw would have just stopped right there, I think it would still be a classic. You know, you didn't have
Mhm.
you technically didn't really need all these other sequels and stuff. I
Right.
understand like it makes money. Like these movies are going to make
Yeah.
money. Like hell, like The Nun 2, as mixed as that is, that just passed like 200 something million or some shit. So like
Right.
those movies,
Yo.
like Conjuring movies, will make money and stuff. Like
Mhm.
This shit was kind of like
regardless.
Marvel before Marvel, because it's like you had to keep up. You're like, oh, I gotta watch the next movie because I gotta find out what's gonna happen next.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream also had one of the greatest openings ever. Yeah, like, you know, and you're never gonna recreate that again. You know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah,
no matter
and
how you make it.
and it's just like I definitely feel like this movie's a bit overhyped because
Mhm.
there's aspects of it that like y'all will see my review at midnight, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm very mixed with it because there's aspects that I like about it, and then there's aspects that's just like the kills are very lackluster.
Right.
But then I thought about it, I was like, they put this between 1 and 2, which I think is kind of weird because those characters look a lot older than, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
they was like 20 something years ago, which is fucking crazy that like Saul's almost like 20 some years.
You know,
No,
But
right.
I ain't want to be funny enough, but Amanda was almost a little unrecognizable, bro.
Oh yeah, all that bow
Yeah,
tie
I was like,
did to her face.
I was like, wait a minute,
they could have done some de-aging or something like that for her, but
John
it is
looked
what it
better
is.
than her, bro. That's some real shit.
Yeah. But we already know like this movie's gonna make money. They probably gonna make the Saw 11. Like I've always said, like this is the Fast and Furious franchise for horror, bro. Is
If I'm
Saw?
not mistaken, it's making more money than the creator right now.
Yeah, it should like
Number one.
you know, because it's a more recognizable, you know, brand, and the creator's something new. But I think the creator's gonna do good, like outside of the theatrical release. It's gonna have one of those kind of cult followings. But that aside, let's get into the uh main topic that I wanted to kind of talk about is the new horror icons, and I just came up with like some that I thought on top of my head. Some of you might recognize some of them. Like starting with Ghostface. I was gonna put Chucky here, but like he's kind of more. I think he can go either or.
Mhm.
But he was
You
like the
don't think
last
Ghostface
of the.
could be like
I would like. I would say he starts with the newer. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still kind of like
He's 80s, man.
still kind of fresh. Like, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't got like grandfathered in yet, and he's still like
still going.
20.
I get
Yeah,
it.
like 20 something years. Because like when you look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Mike, and all that, they got like 40 plus 50 years and stuff now. So it's like,
Right.
you know, I just wanted to start with Scream. I got the Creeper. You know what I'm saying? That's the early 2000s, and then Billy the Puppet, not John Kramer, Billy the Puppet.
Okay. Okay.
You know, Samara, and then the knockoff Billy the Puppet, another Billy the Puppet, like from
My boy,
Dead Silent.
I like Dead Silence.
Yeah, that has a lot like an interesting cult following and stuff. I thought that could be better. Like even though he's like a knockoff Slappy.
That movie's very underrated too, man. Very underrated.
Yes.
Victor Crowley from Hatchet, which a lot of people. That's another one that's like kind of like very niche. It's not as, you know, if you're like a horror fan like that, like you know about Hatchet and stuff like that. Sam from Trick or Treat. Sam from Trick or Treat is automatic. Like that's 07. Right below that is Lola from The Loved Ones. Now a lot of people haven't seen The Loved Ones, but
I haven't
you seen The Loved One. It's a classic. Instant classic. If you got Pluto TV, they got that on there on the man thing. Definitely highly recommend it. Like when they say the movie is like Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Sweet 16.
Yeah.
They ain't lying, bro. But she does a great performance. The Strangers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
I think we about to get a new
Goddamn.
Strangers trilogy too.
You got Valak. However you feel about the Nun movies, I still think Valak is iconic in his own right. Just His the design and everything creepy. Art the Clown.
Yes, sir.
I think out of the new shit, Art got it, man. Art got it.
Art takes the crown. He takes the crown.
Pearl got me a goth. And then
crazy bitch, man, but she turned me on in a weird way. But she's
Man, I'm ready to see what's going on with Maxine. I need a teaser.
Yeah. Ellie from Evil Dead Rises. I think she's kind of creeping up a lot of people's like favorite just off this year. And the Talk to Me hand, which I feel like that's like the new generation's Necronomicon, like the haunted. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to put like the Collector up here, but I don't think I feel like they kind of gave up with those movies, where that could have been something like, that could have been something interesting. And if y'all got any suggestions, like anything from like Screams, like the first Scream up till now, like that you think should be mentioned as like new horror icons, let me know. But
I would have probably said what you just said, the Collector. I definitely like the Collector and the Collection. If I'm not mistaken,
I just think they kind of.
What about?
Yeah, I just feel like that. I don't count him. I don't count him because, like, you know, you got the Tim Curry jaw, and you know what I'm saying, that comes from the 80s. Like, you could put him up there like the Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise, but you know, I just wanted to keep it simple. But I think this is a pretty good list as far as like new horror icons and you know where it could possibly go. And I think you could probably put Ghostface probably most definitely at the top, because I feel like out of all the different legacy ones, like the Scream movies have been really well received. Even though there's some people that are mixed, they don't like 5 or 6 like that, but majority of people really like 5 and 6 and stuff.
I appreciate what they're doing, especially the opening scene of Scream 7, man. Like,
yeah, it's way more brutal. The director for the Jeepers Creepers shit, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because he made one of the best like villains, like with Jeepers Creepers too. And that's why like it's just like fuck, man. Like you can't not mention the Creeper, like, you know.
Man, I don't.
That first one, I saw that first one in the theater, and I was like, "Whoa, that shit was intense."
When he was eating the dude in the jail, I was sitting there, what the?
That, and when he had your boy on, when he had the head, he was biting the tongue. He was ripping the tongue out of the head. And you could hear him. You hear the tongue ripping out of his mouth. That shit was brutal.
It's just like that was a special movie. I even like the second one because that shit, like, they really ramped up the action and put that motherfucker through a bus and shit. Like that shit was dope.
Hey, we're talking about opening scenes, the truck.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And he just minded his business. It's Justin Long dumbass that wanna fucking just be like, oh, let's see what he's doing.
Well,
that's what made
the ending so satisfying.
Yeah. Took his eyes too, and it's just like, yeah, that's what you get.
That was some white people shit, man.
Yeah, for sure. Niggas is not doing that, bro. Niggas is not doing that, bro. Nah. I'm just gonna keep driving back. I ain't see nothing. He probably just take out the trash. Weirdly, he probably got a trash compactor down there. I'm like, what was going through that motherfucker's mind where he's like, oh, what's down here? Stupid. None of your business.
Hey, did you ever see the alternate ending where because I know the original ending, you see the Justin Long character, like, I guess he took his eyes out, but in the alternate ending, you see the Creeper like in human skin.
Hell
no, I didn't see that.
Because I bought the DVD when it came out, and it had the alternate ending, and it was the Creeper in human skin. Like, he was still the Creeper, but he had human skin, and he had the eyes from Justin Long, and then it ends with him looking into the camera, breaking the fourth wall, and then roll credits. Creepy as shit.
I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they didn't do that. Thank you.
It might be on YouTube. Look it up. It might be on YouTube. If you put a Jeepers Creepers alternate ending, it might pop up.
I think what they should do if they ever do another Jeepers Creepers, do not give it to the person that did Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Give it to somebody like James Wan. Give it like I would just say James Wan, but I was like, give it to Del Toro or something like that. Let him like kind of do a different kind of look for the creeper or something like that. Like,
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Once again, that director is a piece of shit. Worst,
Right.
get him out of here. Get him farthest away from anything. But
Yeah.
as far as Jeepers Creepers 3, if they would have had the budget for it, do you think that's really that bad of a movie?
Yo,
Especially with the setup for it.
You know what's funny about Jeepers Creepers 3, bro? That's when I first started doing my YouTube channel, right? And when I watched it, I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was great, but I was just happy to see the creeper again, right? So I put my review out, and then I watched other people's reviews, and everybody shit on it. So I was contemplating.
About Reborn?
No, the third one.
Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh,
I
skipped that.
I almost took my video down. So I'm like, damn, I think I'm the only person that halfway like everybody shit on it.
And I was like, this ain't as bad as I remember. Like, this actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but you could tell they didn't have much money because some of the CG was
my God.
Yeah, some of the CG was just,
I'm not familiar with the Insidious movies, but who would be the iconic character? The red motherfucker?
Oh, the red stick, the red lipstick,
Darth
demon or whatever. Yeah,
Darth Maul.
Okay,
yeah,
Darth Maul. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't put it on here because I still haven't finished those movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever will, but one of these days.
No, the first one was fire. The first one was really good. The second one was alright.
I think part 2 a little bit better than the first one, in my opinion.
You think so, Doug? That first one, jump scares. I mean, I'm not a big fan of jump scares, but that was probably the most effective film I've seen using jump scares I've ever seen.
I think I like that story with the way James Wan set up that whole thing with the woman, but it's not really a woman; it's a man in the dream.
Oh yeah, that shit was creepy. That shit was creepy. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that shit was kind of creepy.
What do y'all how y'all feel about Samara? You think she definitely deserves to be up there as like?
She got one.
That's all.
Is that?
Well, no, like they got more than one Ring movie. They got 2 Ring movies.
The good one. That was only that one.
You like Ring 2?
Hey, man, come on, bro.
Wrong turn. We could have mentioned the hillbillies and stuff like that, but I feel like that's always like different. But whatever.
Have you seen the reboot of Wrong Turn? Because I didn't see you do a reboot.
Yeah. I did a review on it like when it came out. That was pretty. It was interesting, but I know it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. I was expecting it to be. I expected it to be dog shit, but it wasn't dog shit. I was thoroughly entertained by it. I don't really. Yeah. I don't know if they're ever gonna revisit the Ring. I don't think you could really. You could probably do it and have a little bit better special effects. So when you look back at the 06 one, it's just like it's not as crazy, but like I still think the whole walking out of the TV shit is pretty dope.
After what they did with The Grudge, I'm good.
But they actually fixed The Grudge. As far as the TV series that was on Netflix, that shit was fucked up. That's a like they did. It's like Juno like Origins or some shit. It's like six episodes.
Oh, you were talking about like the original one, not like You talking about
no. I'm saying like they came out with a new one just recently. That was a TV series on Netflix. It was like a mini series. Yeah, that shit was fucked up. Like that was fucked up. That was like really good. Really good, fucked up, but fucked up. Like,
yeah.
You know, I'm about to say you saying it's fucked up like it's bad.
Nah. And then like Victor. Yeah. Definitely recommend. I think it's like 6 or 7 episodes or 8, maybe. I don't know. But I remember that came out like 2019 or something like that. But definitely recommend that.
Well, I'll tell you who else I would put on here, even though they only had one movie, but I remember in his final form, he was fucking scary as hell. Remember that movie Clown? That came out back in 2017, 2018?
Was it 14, I think? Huh? Yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah. That was like
the one where the guy put the clown costume on and he couldn't take it off, and then it was like it was a demonic spirit, and then it slowly transformed him into a clown. And he was eating kids.
That's really fucked them kids movie.
Yeah, I think that's one of those deep cuts because I was gonna put like Hell House LLC, but like a lot of people don't know about that either. But I just recently watched Hell House LLC, and they're coming out with a new movie with that too. So like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that could kind of probably catch on. You know what? I don't know why I didn't mention the Blair Witch, even though I don't know if you would consider the Blair Witch like the first one,
Nah.
considering you don't see her. So
Yeah, you'd have to. Hey, they're part of it.
Fuck
That was a
movie.
phenomenon.
Fuck that movie, man.
Hey, it is what it is. It is
Fuck
what
that.
it is. Hey.
Yo,
Yeah, man.
What about Toby? You ain't put Toby on here?
Toby.
Toby.
Paranormal
Yeah.
Activity.
Man, we ain't fuck the movies, man. Why, you know what I'm saying?
that's
People get
perfect.
scared off that shit.
Hey, Black
Vic,
around that time. I had my experience with Paranormal Activity.
Victor Crowley. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch the Hatchet movies for the stories. You just go there to just see the ultra violent kills and stuff. Like he'll just like rip somebody straight in half with his bare hands and shit. I'm like, bro, this motherfucker is like a yoked up Jason and shit, like doing that shit. I don't know if they're ever gonna revisit that or they're gonna make any more, but I think they made like 4 or 5 of them shits. But Dead Silence, I think would be cool if they remake that.
Yeah, Dead Silence is that movie was very like that was one of the last movies I remember seeing that actually scared me. And I don't scare easily, but that
the
shit
old lady,
the
old lady is more scarier than Billy over here. But yeah, I would like to see them kind of tap back into that.
Yeah, don't
I don't know why. I don't know why I could have also put 13 Ghosts, but that's like a lot of individual, like 13 individual, but like still a dope movie. Still a dope movie.
Right.
Sam is way overdue for a Trick or Treat 2. I think they Warner Brothers kind of dropped the ball with not like kind of capitalizing on that first one. Even in the first one, every time I show somebody, like they instantly fall in love with it. Like it's my favorite
You call that a
Halloween
Halloween movie? Like just
perfect
all
around. Facts.
Yeah, because it has everything. It has everything about it. Like, it has the, werewolves, vampires, and just all this whole interconnected story. The little kid story was my favorite.
I definitely kept that past the days to take it back as far as renting.
Yeah. And like I said, the loved ones, I definitely recommend checking that out because like that came out at a time where a lot of people weren't checking for like Australian horror movies or just you weren't able to get that access. Like they weren't playing this in theaters or anything. It was only like VOD, DVDs. But now it's like because streaming, you're able to watch it because it was on like Paramount Plus. Like I don't know if it's still on there, but like I said, Pluto TV has it. Definitely recommend checking it out.
What about my guy from Sinister?
I don't know what his name is though.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker was scary too. Yeah,
I forgot his name. Boogie. I don't know. Bagul. Some shit. But yeah, that was crazy too. But I don't know. I don't know if I call it like an icon. I don't see nobody like cosplaying them as him. The Strangers definitely because it's like that shit could happen in real life. That shit was based on some real shit. Like that home invasion shit. Like that's some scary shit.
I hate The Strangers. I like it at the same time, but I hate
it. Like it's like a love-hate thing.
Yeah. Yes. It's like you doing so much shit, but I'm rooting for y'all. Like, please, come on.
Yeah, they just fucking with people. It's just like, what did she say at the end? It's like, why are you doing this? Because we can. I was like, all right, all right, that's all you need to tell me. Like, but also art, and this is what I think why I kind of just felt like the Saw movies are kind of weak as far as the torture aspect. Because that nothing is going to top like in the Saw movies is going to top that bedroom scene, bro.
Oh hell,
bro! This shit was it's over the top though, man. In my opinion, it's be over the top a little bit.
Well, but that's good. We need that. We need that because so many fucking horror movies come out rare. They be pussyfooting around, bro. It's like push the boundaries.
And Perp, I think that's the problem, and I think Terrifier 2 spoiled me because after I seen the grotesque shit in that movie, everything else feels like watered down Kool-Aid, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And I love art. I love about what you said. What?
What my dude in the collector be doing then?
I barely remember that. I do want to revisit those movies. But like
Yeah,
I said, that's another one they kind of dropped the ball where I think they could have had something there. Um, but
I mean,
like
even. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I mean to interrupt.
no, it's all good. But like I was gonna say, like but I just feel like there's just something about art that just clicked with me the minute I saw the first Terrifier. I know a lot of people didn't like the first one because it didn't really have a story, but I think that's what makes Art's character unique. There's no rhyme or reason what he's doing. He be trying to act like a normal human being,
Yeah.
like trying to just go trick or treating, doing laundry, like funny shit. And it's just like, and he's not trying to like, he doesn't want you to sympathize with him or nothing like that. He just want to entertain you. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? He
yeah.
just want to entertain you and just like terrify you at the same time. And I do like what they brought with like Terrifier 2, giving him something like alluding to a backstory and just
Right.
him
Give him some kind of
connecting with
lore. Yeah.
Sienna. Yeah, and it just goes back to like how a lot of those splatter kind of movies were in the 80s, how violent those shits were. And that's why I really appreciate it. And just what they're able to do with just such little budget, where it's just like, man, and that's why I be saying it's just like with so low budget, they're able to do a lot of effective kills, and like those kills are going to stick with you once you see them. Where
Right.
nowadays with certain slashers or even horror movies, you're not going to remember none of these kills. Like,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
what about the Hellfire family?
What's that for?
Hellfire.
Oh, my bad. Rob Zombie joints. The three from House of a Thousand Corpse. You know, Devil Rejects.
Oh, I haven't seen those movies in so long. I
You know what?
remember.
I should have put Sid up here because Sid is dope. He is iconic. Sid the Clown is iconic. He's definitely going to be on this. He's not on the actual, like, there's no picture, but he's definitely up there.
Rest in peace.
I'm glad that you. Yeah, most definitely. Like, House of a Thousand Corpses was dope because I was never like big into it when I was younger, but then like as I got like in my teens and stuff, I was like, yo, this is really fucking dope. And but I don't know what the fuck that other shit was. What's that one Rob Zombie shit with the fucking midget?
The midget. 31 days.
No. What was
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it.
You said he had
somebody.
It was 31.
There's a midget. No. What the fuck? It almost was like some Rosemary's Baby type shit.
Oh, you talking about Lord Solemn or some shit like that?
Yeah, that shit was fucking dumb. That was dumb. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, this shit just went completely left. That shit went completely left.
I mean, well, Rob Zombie just needs to stay away from movies anyway, man. When he did the Monsters last year, I was like, what the fuck is this?
I ain't watched that either. Oh no.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
He had me with Halloween 2.
It's all good, Q.
He butchered Dr. Loomis. I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
But yeah, man. Huh?
I was gonna say, I wanted to go back to Valak real quick, and who's a director that's gonna actually do that character justice, and who you think like what would they need to do? Yeah. Other than James Wan, like, do you have to scale back the budget a little bit and like keep Valak in the dark? Because I feel like he works more when he's like creeping around and shit and doing the painting shit. Like, I feel like that's where it's most effective. Go
the Insidious route if you're talking about the budget. Go to Insidious route.
Hey, you see what Q puts about where's Britney Spears at with the fucking knives, with the knives big head.
Hey.
Yeah, she shot out, bro. She shot the fuck out. She shot the fuck out, but Pearl, Mia Goth. I'm really curious to see what she's gonna bring differently with Maxine's character, because that's gonna be a complete opposite of what Pearl is, but probably going to be some similarity. Yeah, they say like a whodunit, and how we already know who done it. It's definitely going to be Maxine, but like I'm curious to see how they're going to play that out, like how it's going to all set up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's I think that was a really dope way to kind of set up where you have X, where I didn't even know that Mia Goth was going to end up being like the last person kind of standing.
Nope.
You know, you think Jenna Ortega was gonna be like the final girl. No, she got her shit blown the fuck up.
That's right. Jenna Ortega was in that.
You said what?
Outside.
Yeah, she got her shit Yosemite Sam, bro. She got Yosemite
I was
Sam.
like, damn. Wait a minute.
Got her
I
hand
forgot.
fucked
I
up.
forgot Jenna Ortega was even in there. I saw X only one time, bro, and I was like, that's all I needed to see.
Oh, I don't watch that a couple times. It
Yeah, I'm
took
gonna
me
see
off
that in
guard.
theaters
I didn't know
again.
it was gonna
That's
be like
supposed to.
that.
It's supposed to be coming back in theaters. I'm definitely gonna try to check it out again.
I'm gonna give it another shot, man. Because first time I watched it, I thought it was a joke. I said, "Yo, so you telling me the big bad slasher is a geriatric old lady and her husband who can't
Don't
get
sleep
enough
on them
and has
old.
a heart attack?"
Don't sleep on them old people, bro. Like look at John
Man.
Kramer. He'll get you set up in them traps, and he got cancer.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying okay, but he set you up in traps, but you don't actually see him actually fuck anybody up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
The dude, he got the shake. This chick's actually penetrating
She
people's
horny.
lives and shit. Yeah.
She horny. She horny too.
So somebody asked me what X was
That's
about.
adrenaline
I
running.
said X is about a horny old lady who ain't nobody giving her no dick and she killing everybody.
But
That's
that's
the
what
plot of
like
the movie.
that's what I like about X and Pearl, because they're touching on like two subjects that were popular, like especially with X, where like sex and porn were like really big at that time, and
Right.
that was the whole purpose of that. And going back to like the 30s or whatever when Pearl took place, like a lot of that shit was like kind of forbidden, and like she had all that pent up. She just wanted to get the fuck about that barn and shit. Like she wanted to get out the farm and shit. Like,
Right.
but I thought it was just an interesting way to kind of tell that story and keep it in the same location. And I'm just curious to see what they're gonna do with Maxine next year. And if it's definitely gonna have high expectations. It might make people's expectations, but like I feel like West he has this all planned out, and I think he's gonna do a good job, and hopefully we'll get another icon with like Maxine, even though I think she did a great job. You know what I'm saying? Like playing both Maxine and Pearl in the movie and stuff like that, which is
because I
really
did not
dope.
know that she was the old woman until I had to read and see what was going on. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I was like, yo. And she should have definitely got nominated for something. Like her performance, that whole monologue at the end of Pearl was crazy. Like,
oh yeah,
you know how
this
are, man.
Yeah, and it seemed like it lasted a long time, didn't it? It felt like it was like an 8-minute monologue.
Like, yeah, it was like 8 minutes.
I said she's still going.
But it like you're just listening to it. It's just like she just sucks you into the conversation. The music's kind of like completely gone and stuff, and just she's sitting there telling you how she feels and what she wants to do. It's just like that shit was brilliant.
Yeah,
I like that little connection with the preacher too at the end of X.
With the preacher.
Oh yeah.
Oh, as far as Amelia Goff's father, wasn't it supposed to be her daddy or something?
Oh yeah, that's another thing too, because like she was quoting that shit. She was quoting that, so it's like, did she come from like some type of cult, or does she have some type of relationship? Like is Pearl like a relative of hers or something like that, or they probably at this because they alluded to that in Pearl that I don't know if that would line up though, because it was 70s. Possibly, or they could have had a daughter or something like that, and could be like Pearl could just be Maxine's grandma. Yeah, like what I'm saying. But either way, I think it was still interesting how they lined up their motives and stuff, like, and what they wanted out of life. They're similar, but also different at the same time. But Pearl's definitely dope. And then with it was Ellie, right, from Evil Dead Rises. Right, that was her name.
Ellie, yeah. Oh,
yeah, she was
cool.
I honestly couldn't remember.
I think she was the best. She was the best part of that movie. She was. I seen the behind the scenes, her doing all the like body kind of contortions and stuff like that was really cool. I think she definitely. I see a lot of people just giving her praise and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Another one I would give like an honorable mention to a lot of people that haven't seen this movie is Sissy on Shudder. That's another like kind of female slasher, which we don't get a lot of female slashers like that, like outside of like the Camp Nowhere, not Camp Nowhere, Camp Sleepaway and shit like that, or like Pamela Voorhees. We don't see a lot of that.
Or the Scream.
So it's kind of yeah. We don't get that a lot, but that's just these are who I would say is like the big new horror icons to influence whatever's coming next in this next decade and stuff like that.
Shit, I thought they were gonna make an icon out of your girl. The first Candyman. Remember, Helen, played by Virginia Madsen. The white chick that died at the end of Candyman.
Oh, 90. You thought they was gonna do like a sequel with her being the new
Yeah,
Candyman?
because look, yo, I'm
To
gonna
the
tell you
ending.
something.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
like that idea.
Yo, that ending, yo, that scared me more than anything else in the whole movie, man. No diss to Tony
Man, that
Todd
whole
Candyman. I
movie-
loved him. But that
whole
fucked me up
movie-
when I saw her at the end with her scalp all burnt up and she had the hook in her hand and what's the matter, Trevor? Scared of something? Fucked me up. And I said, oh yeah, we're gonna see more of her.
It's the bathroom scene with me that always get me. I'm done. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about the 2021 travesty that was
No,
Candyman.
no,
that could have been
no,
something. That could have been something, but it's just that is pretentious horror at its best, right there. It's just like,
damn, you said pretentious.
Drop the
horror.
ball with that big time, bro.
yeah.
Oh, Candyman.
I mean, I can respect what they were trying to do. I mean, I'll be honest, yo, when I saw that 2021 Candyman, I dug it because I saw it in a theater full of people, and we was all into it, the ambiance and everything. I was like, yo, this is. I called it a masterpiece in my review, and then when I watched it the second time, not so much. I don't dislike the movie. I don't dislike the movie, but I will admit I was wrong in my review. I think I kind of capped for it a little too much because. I don't know. I guess watching it when you watch a movie with a whole bunch of people, it's a different experience when you actually can sit down and watch.
A whole bunch of black people. Say it, man.
They're gonna tell you that it went over your head. It went over your head. You didn't understand it. No, that shit was just fucking dumb. Like cutting away from
where did these cops come from, bro? Where did these cops come from?
Like cutting away from the kills. Like they had some dope shots. It's like, yo, zoom on in this shit. Like, why are you zooming out while you're killing this person? Like, don't do that. Like the one, like they had one. When the chick got not the chick, the dude got his throat slit in the art house, whatever the fuck. The art studio. I was cool. I was like, can we get more of that, please?
Like, you remember the first Candyman when we had my man coming in there, slicing somebody through their ass to their back.
Yeah. I mean, hey, but sometimes the studios can interfere and be like, no, we can't show all that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the studios can. I'm serious. Like, you know, the studio can be like, hey, we can't show all that. You know, and you have to cut away, kind of like what they did with Friday the 13th, New Blood. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole different cut of that movie that I want to see because they cut away from every Jason kill. And
you're talking about.
They cut back on it.
And unless you have a director that's, you know, got the balls to say, well, hey, no, we're leaving this, you know, we're leaving this in. She probably wasn't that kind of director. She probably said, whatever, I just want to put the movie out. And they made her cut a lot of shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Final thing before we start wrapping this up. What makes a horror icon iconic? You know, is it time? Is it the look? Is it the actual movie? Like, can it be a bad movie but still have an iconic? You know what I'm saying? Like, Rashad, what you think about that? Like, what makes like a character iconic for you?
It's a lot of attributes, man. It's the look of the character, their weapon of choice. You know how they kill people. Okay, you think of machete, you think of Jason. You think of kitchen knife, you think of Michael Myers. You think of the glove with the knives, you think of Freddy. So it's the weapon of choice, the look of the character, the theme. You know what I'm saying? Every good hero needs a theme. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the movie, you know, because if a movie's bad, even if the villain is a good villain, you're gonna be like, well, I don't really, because that movie was terrible. You know what I mean? So it's all of those ingredients that help create an icon to me. You know, and of course the actor to bring the character to life. You know, because Robert Englund proved that no one else at that time could play Freddy because, you know, I don't know if you know, but in the second Elm Street, they tried to replace Robert Englund, and the actor actually does appear in the movie in the shower scene when he kills the coach. That was another actor, and you could see off rip he was trash from his walk and everything. He was not Robert Englund. They had to bring him back. So yeah, the actor as well to bring the character to life. So yeah.
Key, how about you? What makes like a character iconic for you?
I don't want to keep referencing this because of the director, but it's the mythology with the whole thing with Jeepers Creepers for reference. The whole thing with every 23 years for 23 days he gets to eat. The whole fact of him smelling your fear and all of that, like that shit is creative to come up with that type of thing for somebody that we haven't seen in a long time, like a Freddy Krueger who come in your nightmares, or Jason, Trent Crystal Lake, or Michael Myers, Haddonfield. Just to get that type of creativity with a horror icon or whatever, that's what I would like to see again, and that would make a horror icon of me.
Okay. Shouts to Paul Rico. I'm
All right,
pretty
what's
sure
good,
that's how you
fam?
put it. But he said never knew this channel existed. Love it all in. Yep, man. Like we do this every Saturday. Yeah, we got 4 more episodes to go this season. You know, but you can always check out previous streams. I do things outside of horror. You can look at my channel. I talk about everything. People know me. Like know that I talk about whatever. But like horror is my first love. You know, it's what I love the most. So yeah, I appreciate you popping in.
Yo, and
You know
I
what I'm saying?
just want to say one more thing too. That's why Art the Clown right now I think is like the top icon, because after I seen Terrifier 2, this is a true story, bro. I went to the laundromat the next day. And when I went to the laundromat, bro, I saw a bag. I saw a laundry bag on the floor that looked like Art the Clown's bag, and my big ass went out of there so fast and sat in my car, and I waited to see who got that goddamn bag, and then I went back in there. All right.
Yeah, I feel like watching that movie again because I got it on 4K, but like they're supposed to be re-releasing it in theaters. I want them to just do a whole triple feature thing next year when you know the third will come out. But I always said this too. I was like, yo, Damien Leone needs to make a Terrifier that's like a Christmas special, because I just think that just those figures, or if they make merch around there, they'll just be perfect because he already has like a trash bag that looks like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Him with put him in like a bloody Santa Claus suit or something like that.
Right.
It'd be dope.
Take my money.
I think it's gonna be Ghostface as far as icon is gonna be able to continue going on because of the fact of references to other horror movies that they're gonna be able to keep bringing up, and the fact that anybody can wear that mask. If the movie stay good.
We do I do this every Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, we got 4 more episodes to go, and I will be posting. I'll be posting up those live streams so you can know what's going to be the next episode, because I can't wait for the next episode. That's the one that I was personally excited for. So, and I also have my Saw review, Saw X review coming up at midnight in an hour after this. So definitely tune into that and check that out.
Yeah.
Actually depressed they killed Mike Myers. Didn't do you know, I'm all right with it. You know, I'm not too bent up out of shape with like how Halloween did and how they did Mike Myers and Halloween. And it's like I said, nothing is worse than what they did with Busta Rhymes. You cannot tell me that like Halloween's is, you can say that it's trash, whatever, but it's not. Like that right there killed the franchise. Was when we had Busta Rhymes out here doing karate on Mike Myers. Like I could forgive something like Friday the 13th, where old boy was trying to square up with Jason,
right,
and got his head knocked off. That shit's funny, but you got Busta Rhymes in here acting a fool. I was just like, what movie is this?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, but we're reaching that hour. I just want to go around and y'all can plug whatever you got. Key, what you got coming down the pipeline?
Speaking of Saw X, make sure y'all go check out Perks Minded, premiere at 12 o'clock. And we doing a live Saw X movie review tomorrow night around 10 o'clock. Make sure y'all come check us out. And next week we'll be starting our horror movie verses, starting with Evil Dead. No, not Evil Dead, my bad. Dawn of the Dead 2004 versus 28 Days Later 2002.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, it's a nice versus. Yeah, definitely go subscribe to Low Key Cave. You know what I'm saying? Type into the Googles, you'll find them. Rashad, what you got going?
Yeah, so I dropped my Saw X review yesterday, and I'm still working on my my first reaction to a movie, which is the Ninja Turtles 1990 with my son. So I'm still editing that, And Perb, I don't know how many times I said this, man. I'm still working on that Sam LaRusso ain't shit video. Okay,
you know what? Wait until Cobra Kai the final season comes out. Like, put it out then. Like so you got plenty of time to work on it. And then I feel like that's the perfect time to kind of put out before that season comes out, or before the season comes out. So you got plenty of time to work on it.
Good idea. You know, I think I might just do that. And also I want to do more reaction videos. So being that this is Halloween season, I'm gonna react to old horror movies that I haven't seen that I was too scared to watch as a kid, and now I'm gonna watch them now as an adult, and you're gonna see my reaction to it. So I'm gonna start out with Night of the Demons because I've never seen it because the cover looks so scary. I always walk past and never watched it. So that's first of my.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh no, Night of the Demons. Yeah, that's gonna be my first my first reaction. So that, and then I have some others coming up too. So that's all I got for right now.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, Perptober kicks off at midnight. We got a shit ton of different movies and shows to kind of get through for the first week. It's gonna be stacked this month, so definitely stay tuned. We'll be back next week, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll like I said, I'm gonna post them shits up as soon as I get off this. And just stay tuned for the content, and shouts to everybody that was in the chat. Shouts to anybody checking out the replay. Anybody that's new that subscribe, make sure you share, because the support means a lot. It makes me, it makes me happy, and it lets me know, like, all right, y'all want to see a season 2, because like I said, I got season 2 and a season 3 already locked in the chamber. It all just depends on y'all and how y'all feel about each individual episode. But next week is going to be dope. We got a bunch of different other movies coming. I'm about to hit my 100 movies watched this year. I'm like 3 away, so who knows what those 3 movies are going to be. But I'm excited, and they're definitely going to be horror movies. I'll let you know that. But yeah, till next time, I'll see y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Appreciate it. Peace.